Am I recording? Yeah, sorry, right. This is my first video. At the minute it's very low budget because it is, basically. I just wanted to let everyone know that basically I'm starting my channel. I've took a while to think about what I really want to put out there. And it's all about truth. I want to get truth out. I like to look into all aspects of all things. It could be the Bible. I've looked into that to no end. I mean, the depths I've looked into that. So the knowledge I have on that is awesome. So I will be making vids on that. And also the conspiracy theorist versions, the accurate history of the Bible, just all points of view, completely. Unbiased opinions, fully. There'll be other things. Anunakki, something that I've been interested in for quite a while. Other gods, like ancient gods from the past, what happened to them, their origin stories. I've researched a number of origin stories. How this is like I say, I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist, so bear with me. Yes, how all of the religions, if you research all of them fully, and then put them all together, you get this, and take, or even just take from each, the main component, you do end up with something that makes so much more sense than anything. There's also going to be videos on solar minimum, Planet X. I'm just going to list things for you now because there's just so much that I want to cover. The ancients, as in like before the Anunakki. God, who is he really? Yahweh, who is he really? Because before the Jewish people were all Yahweh is the only God, he was actually part of a pantheon. Now, I'm going to get into that at some point. So, anyone who hears this and listens to this, I'm very sorry about the picture. I'm not great with this sort of thing. Anyone with any tips to help me would be brilliant. My laptop is broken, so I'm basically doing all this on a phone. So I thought, where should I point the camera? I'm a little self-conscious at the minute, and this is my first video. So I thought, you know what? Ice cream. Who doesn't love ice cream? This is my favourite ice cream, and I was just about to eat anyway, so I thought I'll point the camera at that. Anyway, also the Mandela effect. This is something that there's past, to present, and future, issues. What caused it? What effects it has done? New Mandela effects each time. Also, in the future, will this stop suddenly? Will this slow down and stop? Or is this going to come to some sort of, massive event? I don't know, but there are a lot of theories out there, and I'd like to talk about them in depth with you. Now, there are a lot of ancient theories actually talking about everything that's going on today, which to me is awesome to read, and I'd really like to talk to you guys about that. Maybe it's not new information to you, maybe it is, maybe some is, maybe some isn't. But if you are into truth seeking, there are some things like Rh negative blood sort of thing, where science has basically given us a brick wall. They're like, oh, we don't know why. Well, I have a few theories of my own. There are many theories out there, I'm going to give you my own. I'm going to give you all the theories that are out there. And then, you know, we'll try and put it together and see what we can come up with. Hopefully, you viewers will leave comments with their theories and their thoughts, and I will, take that into account and make a second part to that, because I think it's quite important, especially when they're saying, oh, we don't know where this happened. It's something we should really look into, and if they're not going to look into it, someone has to. So, you know what, I feel like it's time to take up a stance, and mine is all about truth. It always has been. It's just, I've been looking at YouTube for years now, and there's so much misinformation, and people that are clearly like talking rubbish, and I don't know why. Some of them, I don't know why, but they're literally lying, and you can so tell they're lying. And then you get these people that are just completely bat crazy. But then there are those few that are absolute gems. A lot of the ones that what I've been into has been the Leap Project. Actually, he's the one that gives. I've heard a lot of theories from him, and he kind of gives me a bit of confidence to really research for myself properly. I mean, I was already into that, but to dig a little bit deeper, that there was always more to it than meets the eye, and to join the dots. So yeah, that's what I've been doing for the last few years, and I'd like to get that out there. I'm not sure if anyone wants to hear about it. Probably not. But yeah, the more the videos go along, I will edit and cut on that properly. I've not ordered one at the minute, but I will be ordering a laptop. And I can sort things out properly. Sorry, I'm not the richest person in the world. I don't have a sound studio and that. And to be honest, if I did have a sound studio, and everything hooked up, $1 million studio rigged up, day one, first day as a YouTuber, and be calling myself, a truther, and here I'm gonna go through, looking through the truth, I'd find that a little suspicious myself. So if anyone else, if I was like that, it would be kind of suspicious. So, but anyway, yeah, everyone's at different points in life. I don't judge. Black, white, whatever religion, I love everybody. All human beings, honestly. I just want to see the good in the world. I honestly feel, I know there's a lot more. It's a lot more of a complicated issue. But, I mean, there's so many of us. It's why they call them the 1%. We're the 99%, which means there's so much more of us. If only, we could all become a little open-minded. I'm not asking for, to fully open those doors and let anything in, because people would become the Mad Hatter, But just a little bit. Just open the door that little bit in your mind. And when they say to you, oh, we must go to war because of this and that, just stop and think about it before you jump on that bandwagon. When you hear the news and they go, oh, these people have done this and that, and then you got like, oh, and get angry against it. It's like the news was made to make us angry. I don't know, and they're all owned by the same people. And, another thing that I'll get into is reptilian shapeshifters, the Illuminati, who really runs the world, New World Order, all of that. Because, honestly, it's something that should be looked into. And they're looking into us all the time. Apparently we're being abducted and that, and the US government has given them permission to do that, and there is proof out there of that that I've seen. So yeah, that'll be something that we'll touch upon. Like I say, it's so hard for me to explain to you exactly what's going to be in these videos. The description, if you go on my profile page, is a little bit of everything. It was the most simplest way I could put it. I mean, UFOs. I'm looking into flat Earth too, because you know what? I do not just, hear something and go, that's ridiculous, and never think about it again. If someone comes across to me and says, you know what, what you think you know is wrong, and comes across with a theory, I'll sit there and I'll listen to that theory. Now, I might think it's ridiculous and palm it off, but I will always look at the proof and the evidence first. And you know what? I found that the truth is most often so much stranger than fiction, which is most likely why they call conspiracy theorists, crazy. Well, I would call myself a truther more than a conspiracy theorist, but yes, I do look into conspiracy theories, so, but yeah, I am a truther, and if anyone asks, I tell them, yeah, I am a truther, which, would you rather be the opposite? I mean, what is the opposite? A liar. So, yeah, anything you're going to hear from now on is going to be that. The next video I have is going to be probably a lot of info that, with a better background. I'll give you a beautiful picture to look at next time. Until, I get a bit more money in and that, because I've actually just moved, so everything's a bit of a mess. But yeah, until I can sort things out properly and that, you're going to get pretty pictures and a lot of truth information. So what I'm asking now is anyone that hears this and sees this, at the minute I'm probably not going to get so many people looking at it and that, so yeah, it's going to be a weekly thing. I'll put it out once a week. Unless people want more, I'll give them more. But yeah, it's a weekly thing. So as this is my first video, my truther friends, yeah, I'm gonna say comment below about whatever you want to hear about first. It could be the Mandela Project. We've got a lot of info on that. It could be the Bible, I'm not just talking about reading scriptures from the Bible. I'm talking about how it's been twisted over the years, how, Jesus has been made out to look one way when he was probably a totally different, how the whole thing has been completely twisted into something that it probably wasn't to begin with, and what the actual history of it. I mean, there isn't a lot, really, to be honest. But, yeah, we'll go through that if that's something you want to hear. But it will be a video I'll make in the future. Reptilian shapeshifters, the monarchy. You want to hear about that? Illuminati, rulers of who really runs the world. That sort of thing. Spirit boxes, stuff like that. Do they really work? It's not a massive, it's not my best field, but it is something that I'll cover, especially if it's something you want me to cover. Magic in Hollywood, apparently they're casting spells and stuff. I'll look into that conspiracy theory. Well, I already have, basically. I'll look into it in the video and you'll see my findings. And also, maybe I'll make a couple of them live, so you can interject as I'm talking, so I'm not basically just talking to myself, because I feel a little silly. yeah, but definitely an expose on Hollywood, as well as politicians and that, of course, you know. But yeah, and there will also be talks on Star Trek and things like that. A lot of sci-fi TV programs where they say things that are like, you know, too on the nose to be coincidence, if you know what I mean. Especially with Star Trek, there's so much going on there that then comes out later that it's like the guy, I don't know if it's the guy who wrote it or what's going on there, but it seems like somebody knew where it was going. But then, you know, you have the skeptic side where they say, well, this guy made this up. You know, it's something that, I don't like to use the word nerd, but, you know, people like to look into, especially, as I would call them, intelligent people. They seem to like this show more than, you know, what people would say normal people, but really, what is normal, you know? So, yeah, and then they see that and it gives them ideas for, you know, things in the future. You know, they see it in the 60s and they think, oh, a little TV, you know, back and forth thing, laptops, comes from that. They spawned the idea turned into the thing. You know, maybe that's all it is. Maybe there's more to it. That's for you to decide. Yeah, so feel free to comment. Like I said, I'm very sorry about the poor quality. You're literally just getting my voice. You know what? Yeah, I think a lot, until I can really, you know, sort things out, a lot of things will be live chats. It'll literally be, you know, you'll get a beautiful picture to look at and we can talk all about anything you want to talk about at all, as long as it, you know, it's in the realms of, you know, conspiracy theory sort of things, you know, the state of the planet, the hole in the ozone layer, Antarctica. I mean, you name it, and it's something I'll talk about. If there's a conspiracy theory on it, I'm probably going to talk about it. JFK faking his own death? Maybe. We'll look into it. I mean, the video was kind of graphic, so, you know, but also, on that too, will be, you know, who did assassinate him and the conspiracy theories on that. So, yeah, there's a lot to look forward to, as well as a little astrology with the planets and signs, you know, all that, as well as astronomy. I'm sorry, tripping over my words here. Basically, the difference between the horoscopes version of where your planets align and that, and actual what's out there with the planets and that. I hope you know what I mean. Again, this is my first video, so please bear with me. Yeah, so please don't troll me. I can't take it. But yeah, please don't troll me. Seriously though, just leave your opinion of what you think we should discuss as adults, really. I want to find the truth. I want to get to the bottom of the truth. And I want to get all those people together, you know, in a chat sort of situation, so we can all freely talk about exactly what we think is going on. You know, these chemtrails, the ozone layer, everything that's going on Earth today, everything that has gone on Earth, ancient aliens, everything. I want to talk about it all, and I want to talk about all of it with people that care about it all. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna sign off now. So if you are interested in seeing those sort of videos or chatting about that sort of thing, then 100% comment below. And I tell you what, the first video I'll give a shout out to the person who gave me the idea for it. Or if you want to vote on it, and I get more than one person voting on like a certain thing to talk about, then yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. And everyone in that vote will get a shout out if that's what you want. Also, I'll be giving away prizes and that in the future, because we'll be doing little quizzes, basically. I'm not asking anyone for any money, anything like that. I'm not selling anything. This is just a chat between people, like-minded people that want to find the truth in all different sorts of things. So maybe one time, you know, you might be a reptilian shapeshifter sort of person, and that would be right up your alley. Another time it might be on pyramids and that sort of thing. Might not be up your alley, but I'll try and make it as interesting as possible for you. But there's always going to be something, and I'll always pick one random subscriber a month to give a prize to. Not 100% what the prize is yet. Sorry, again, my first video, but it is probably going to be t-shirts that say I am a conspiracy theorist or I'm a truther. And if anyone comes up to you and says, what are you, a truther? Like, you know, joking and taking the mick out of you, say, yeah, what are you, some kind of liar? You know, and just walk away. So, yeah, I'm going to leave you with that. And, yeah, peace for everyone. Peace to everyone. My love to you all. I hope you all have brilliant days. And, you know, bless you all. Thank you for watching. And if you watched all the way to the end, bless you. You are a very special person. Thank you so much. And if you comment too, thank you a lot. If you could click the like and the subscribe button too, that'd be brilliant. You'd be doing me a real solid. So, thank you very much. And, well, we'll talk in the future. Okay, good night.